Couch Rider, Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.
Hey, welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett. Welcome to the Couch Rider Report. Welcome to the show. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. Look here, flock. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Because I looked at the first time when I came in this room, and it should have been a member of the couch. It should have been a Couch Rider Raven. Actually, he is still a Couch Rider Raven, but he's a Cleveland Browns fan. Y'all let the first person in the room to comment be a Cleveland Browns fan. Wilbert is the first man in the room. I appreciate you. He said first, unlike the Ravens, in the division this season. So wrong. So wrong. Oh, my goodness. All right. Anyway, so thanks for coming through. Appreciate you being here. You know, like I said, for those of you who are not looking at it live, looking at the show live, just please, hit that like button, hit the comment, subscribe, and smack that bell, because when we smack the bell, we get the notifications, and that way you can pop up in the room and have some fun with us. Just live in the comments, and then you can actually do some of those super chats that I definitely love. A little change in the bank, or at least Cameron likes it anyway, because it goes to his Pokemon fun. Anywho, we talk Ravens. We have a good time with it for those of you who are new, and we have a good community here. So thanks for coming through. And Cam Rue is probably where the rest of y'all are at, I'm pretty sure, because I don't see much anybody else in the room right now, but it's all right. We'll get this thing rocking. Today, that actually might be Cam Rue right there. Yep, that is Cam Rue. He says, "Yo, are you doing this show?" As if I did not send him a link. Y'all give me just a second. I'll get this man on the show, and I'll get him a link. All right, so while we're waiting, just go ahead and comment in the comments like, hey, how greedy can we get? What players do you want to see the Ravens get? How bad do you want? How much do you want us to do? How far do you want us to go now that you know that void years are possible and that we can go absolutely crazy? Probably shouldn't, but people are going absolutely mad. Give me just one more second. I'm having an issue with the Yahoo. What was the craziest comment you've seen of the day, by the way? Let's talk about that too. I'm sending a link to Cam Rue. We'll get on in just a second here. All right, and here we go. Who we got in the room? It's still Wilbert. It said they all left to join Cleveland. You are cold-blooded. About as cold-blooded as they come. Said no more fans left. They all left. After the OBJ sign, they was like, that's it. We done. They waited. They felt about it. And they decided to just roll out. No worries, man. We're going to keep this thing rocking. Cameron said he'll be home in 10 minutes. So he'll check the link and he'll be on. For the other person that's in the room, go ahead and comment, because I'd like to know who this other person is here while I do my normal shout out. So for those of you who hadn't heard the instructions already, subscribe, like, smack bell, easy instructions. Next, I want to say shout out to you. You're out there, whether you're either listening or tuning in one way or another, on the recording or live, shout out to you. We're sitting here at 1,184 subscribers. Just need y'all to actually show up on game night. We made it. We are somebody. I appreciate you. Let's get on to the motivational moment. When it comes to motivational moments, I had to stick to the topic, had to stick to the script. The twin killers of success are impatience and greed. This is the very description of Twitter flock. Be honest, the lack of patience and the amount of greed of Ravens flock right now is just at an all-time high. The impatience because they want the entire organization fired. I've seen that so many times. Fire EDC. Even on the man's birthday, y'all still went after the EDC, and he's just like, hey man, it's my birthday. Can you chill? It's a good thing he doesn't have Twitter, so he doesn't have to respond to half of this stuff, because some of y'all are really just as bad as George Pickens is chasing after Marlon Humphrey. I don't know if y'all seen them trolls. This dude is a top tier troll. Like, some people are training in the off season. His itchy Twitter fingers are just going insane on Twitter right now. So, like I said, the twin killers of success are impatience and greed. I'm going to practice a little patience and see if anybody pops up in this room. Like I said, Wilbert is still my only guy, but it's all right. So Cam Rue is actually on a Browns podcast right now. I knew it. He just went over this hurtful, bro. It's hurtful. I can't believe this. He's not even here to defend himself. And you know what? Just fire away, bro. Fire away. It's just you and I. All right. We'll keep rocking. And like I said, today's show is all about how greedy can you get, Baltimore? I mean, we're sitting here. We get OBJ. It's looking good. We got Aguilar. I know y'all not too happy about that, but all 22 films was able to show that Aguilar is a decent addition to this team, and he will be a decent contributor to what the Ravens are going to be able to do on the inside and the outside, because he has that speed to be able to create that separation, can run decent routes. This is a good contributor, but OBJ is going to be that one. If he's healthy, along with Bateman, it's going to be a monster squad. But y'all want more. Y'all wanted more. Even Rich Eisen wants more for the Baltimore Ravens. Like, oh, let's go all out. Let's trade. Let's make the trade for Nuke. Like, come on. I mean, I love DeAndre Hopkins, but Baltimore just ain't got it right now. Like, we spent 4 void years on one person's contract. Like, you really want to keep doing that on down the line and not have any money for anything going in the future? We can say, hey, we can go to the table right now for Lamar and be able to pay him whatever he needs. But can you do that if you continue to do void year contracts for the future on players who are only going to be here for 1 year? It's just smart spending. It's just got to be, you got to take advantage of what's there and what you can do with what is currently there. They took a chance with the void years. It's just like the second time that Eric DeCosta has done this. Don't have this man go crazy. We don't need to turn into the New Orleans Saints. Yes, Nuke would be nice here, but Nuke's price, and especially since he sees what Odell Beckham is getting the second he walks off the plane to even visit Baltimore, he's going to say, hey, look, my 19.5 tag is going to stick, or my 19.5 price tag is going to stick, because he sees what Odell Beckham got. And I don't blame him. The market is what people offer you, and he wants people to offer him what's still under that trade. And unless Baltimore Ravens actually do a deal, but like I said, it's not going to happen because we already paid our guy. Now it's time to go to the draft. Stop trying to be greedy. Stop trying to get Landry here, because that's what y'all going after as well. You were mad about the Jeff Okudah. It makes no sense. Like, why are you mad that the Falcons traded a fifth round pick for Jeff Okudah? We ain't got no picks. We ain't got no money. We ain't got no picks. We ain't got no money. We're going to this draft broke right now, and we don't know if we got a quarterback. Let's just be real. Let's pay the bills, see what the comments are. Wilbert is still swinging away. So I think there's an NBA playoff game on or something. They may be occupied. You might be right. I think you might be right. Last night, it was one heck of a game. I mean, to see LeBron and them down 15 points at one point in time, still come back and win the game. Yeah, it's just, it's phenomenal. LeBron is great. I'm not comparing eras. I'm not comparing him to Jay. I just know that LeBron is great and Jordan was great. So that's two different eras. I'm not comparing it. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just enjoying this time being alive, being able to watch LeBron James. I ain't starting no mess, no nothing. This be a little boring here. I'm not taking a side in this mess. What I am taking a side in is what the heck's wrong with y'all on Twitter, man? Like, y'all went after everybody today. Every single player y'all can imagine, y'all went after. Saquon Barkley said, hey, I'm not signing the tender. And because he said he's not signing the franchise tag, okay, everybody's like, oh, we need to trade for Saquon. You got money for Saquon? You got Saquon money? This is not Smokey's mama. We cannot say make it enough. Look, we can't sign Saquon. Dobbins is a great running back. Gus Edwards is a great second running back. We straight there. Stop getting greedy. Next thing was Nuke. We already talked about this. Hopkins was all over Twitter. It was all on people's YouTube channels. What if the Baltimore Ravens, doubled down and went after Hopkins? I don't see it. It's unrealistic. Let it go. Let that dream fly. Next time somebody say your dream, let it go. Just let it float on down the river, folks. And then there was the Stephon Diggs because he's not happy in Buffalo at the moment. He wants to go play with his brother. Do you see another Diggs on our roster that is related to Stephon? I just don't. It's not happening. It's not happening. So just let that dream go. Let it go. And then, of course, there's Landry. We don't need another receiver that's on the twilight of their career. I loved what Landry did in Cleveland and when he was in Miami. But I don't want to see Landry here, to be honest. Last thing we need is another receiver who could possibly end up being injured. That's another slot guy. How many slot guys do we got now? We got plenty. We good. Let that dream go, folks. Let it go. Oh, it's about time. Dang, Brooke. Man, what you doing with your life? It is 12 minutes and 36 seconds. Like, in the military, we'd be doing push-ups or there's paperwork or something on those lines. So I need you to go ahead and do that, right? Just go ahead and push them out in the living room right quick. Appreciate you. At least somebody is excited for you to be here. I am as well. Who else we got in the room? It's just the three of us. Just the three of us. Anyway. Brooke said she was on the phone, probably. Oh, yep. She was on the phone with the bank. He was on the phone with the bank. Look, you trying to get the bank some more money? I'm not sure. You need to pull up to Baltimore. Or are you talking about, you're with your bank? I'm pretty sure that's probably what it was. Okay. She said rude. Well, she said ride first, but she said rude. All right. Wilbur says Landry's a good option. All wide receivers. Now you just being hurtful. That you know what? That's just hurtful. Yes, partially true. Yes, there are some options on there that are just not proven or haven't been proven to be reliable right now. Oh, Adit's in the room. What's good, man? Where is everybody? He says, if the Ravens get at least 2 more picks via trade or a PQ trade, Hopkins is a bigger possibility if he is willing to sign a 3-year deal around $45 to $50 million with about $35 million guaranteed. Some very exact numbers. You must have did your homework before you came on the show. That's fantastic. I appreciate you. I'm going to leave that up there for a second. That was definitely noteworthy. So basically getting more trading Pat Quinn is going to be here. Honestly, I think there's a few pieces of this team that could be shipped off if we go a certain direction. So let's just say we go down to the first pick. Excuse me, not the first pick, but the 22nd overall pick. Ravens on the clock. Zay Flowers, if he's still there. So what's stopping us from using another chess piece that we have in the box to get a couple more picks? And I'm talking, risque. I ain't talking about Pat Queen. I'm talking about Duvernay. This is a Pro Bowl kick returner who could be a good chess piece for another team. And I know it would probably put us at risk as far as who's going to be returning kicks for us. But somebody else could use that and may give us a few picks. So you're talking Queen and you're talking Duvernay that are valuable chess pieces that we could trade off, grab a couple more picks. I'm thinking at least 2 picks out of those guys and get something that's maybe another position of need, going for that corner that we're looking for. Or for those defensive tackles. I did look at some tape on some defensive tackles, and I had a few notes, and I'll share those with you in a little bit. But let's pay some bills since y'all in the room. Thanks, Adit. Brooke says, I'm trying to get my money back. She trying to get something down. I don't know who done robbed you, but good luck to you. And still made it before Cam as usual. This dude didn't even know we was doing a show. I sent him the link. Just saying. Did this actually happen, or are you just dreaming? Let me go check. Hold up. Because when y'all say this, y'all don't say like it's a possibility. Y'all just make a statement like it happened, and I'm sitting here like, let me check my phone because I ain't seeing no messages saying that he went to. Nope. This is for y'all. Hold up. I got something for you. Let me take Brooke off screen for a second here, y'all. This is definitely for y'all. How greedy can you get? Y'all just going absolute crazy. Take this banner down too. So it says Ravens fans ranting on Twitter every time another team makes an offensive move. This was plenty of just pretty much any move. I'd say it for that matter. Normal Ravens fans with rational expectations reading Twitter. Like we understand the crazy. We embrace the madness around here, and that's kind of what y'all gonna have to do. You're gonna have to temper your expectations, and realize that look, there are certain things that we can do, and certain things that we cannot do because even though EDC has been a little uncharacteristic this year with the cap, with 2 players on void years. This is not the norm. He's not going to go out and do like the Los Angeles Rams. He's not going to go out there and be crazy like the Saints when it comes to the cap. He promised a reconstructed wide receiver room. And for the most part, he's got us two different pieces. And then when it comes to the draft, who knows? That's when he can end up doubling down, on the pick and going for JSN or going for Zay Flowers or something along those lines. It's just it is what it is. We got to have a mentality to like, hey, it's something, temper your expectations. Don't think it's gonna go crazy out here. All right, so let's see what Brooke said. She says she is manifesting it. She's trying to speak it into existence of D Hop coming to the Ravens. Well, first of all, Wilbur, that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for. That was hurtful. And apparently he's very hurtful again. Just crushing people's souls over here. It says Lamar don't even want to play for the Ravens, Brooke. That look, bro. And now Brooke happens to come through the screen or pull up on the house or whatever. I can't control her. I can't control her. She's one fan who's very passionate. And a couple people got dragged down the street and bodies put in trunks or whatever because Brooke got a little bit emotional behind the Ravens. Like, so be it. I can't control her. Like I said, she's just the queen of the We Are the Ravens Fox page, and she can't be controlled at times. So it's whatever. It's crazy when you the administrator and you catching 30-day bans because of stuff you don't did. That's just hey, put your business out there, bro. Just saying. All right, it says my feed keeps freezing. It sounds like I need to get the connection hooked up. Give me just 1 second. I'll do that. Meanwhile, y'all keep talking about what chess piece you need next. All right, so we're going to make a sacrifice here, and it's going to be our volume, apparently. We're going back to the laptop. So y'all let me know what happens here. All right, so the feed, I'm not sure if that helped or not, but give me a thumbs up if you can actually hear me, because I know I just checked the volume or just messed with the volume something. Yeah, well, okay, so yes, we are admitting that people are crazy. What you say? How about I got banned for 24 hours in the group? Lord, you just got banned. You just caught another ban. All right, so we got some thumbs up. Everybody can hear me. That's good. I do think the only thing you're going to hear is some type of interference or echoes when Cameron joins the room because the sound is coming in, going out and coming in at the same exact spot on the Mac. But you know, that's. I mean, y'all been through a show like that before, so I appreciate you. Y'all are definitely having a great time already. This is great. So I didn't even do nothing now. Yeah, you didn't even do. You every time you say you didn't do nothing, I go back and look at the feed and I'm like, yeah, that was sus. That was definitely you earned that one. You definitely bought that ticket. You earned that prize. Good times. All right, so while we're rating on Cam, because I know he's gonna have a few things to say about this whole business with Lamar. We love going back to that. Let's talk about these defensive tackles. So when it comes to D tackles, everybody's all over the place with their rankings. I mean, from 1 second, everybody's like Jalen Carter's out of the first round and because of charges, and he beats the charges and this, that, and the other. And then you go look at people on YouTube. They have their rankings. I go to a couple draft sites. It was definitely all over the place. But one thing that was common with the position is I can't pronounce anybody's name when it comes to defensive tackles. Their names are all over the place. Okay, except for Carl. Carl Brooks, all right, cool, I'll give you that. This dude was like 6'3", 303 pounds, out of Bowling Green. He shined in the Senior Bowl, apparently. He can move up and down the line. He has 69 pressures, 36 stops, and 12 sacks. He's got a good low pad level. He lacks bend on the outside. Usually with the fat boy, usually their bend is a bit of an issue unless they already have a decent pad level. So he's got a small pass rush portfolio, so he needs to develop a couple more skills, maybe a spin here, maybe a swim there, and then you need to be able to do more than just a bull rush, because when you get to the bigger level and you try to face those bigger guys, they're going to just pile you into the ground because they got better technique and they're probably stronger than the lower classmen that you're probably facing on a regular basis. So he's a 5-year senior, so he's got experience. But even with all of that experience, with that talent, that bull rush, he wasn't invited to the combine. Sad. Who cares? This is combine. Whatever. I think the tape is going to speak for this guy. Carl Brooks, definitely keep your eye out for this Bowling Green guy. Next person on the list. This was, like I said, another guy that I was like, do I pronounce this name correctly? I think it's Keanu Benton out of Wisconsin, 6'3", 315 pounds. He had a strong Senior Bowl. This is a 3-tech guy. He had 28 pressures and then 6 sacks last year. He was a wrestler in high school. I like the wrestlers in high school. My cousin was a 2-time state champ in Louisiana, and he actually went to LA Tech and had a chance to get to the NFL. Things didn't go as planned. He got a tryout with Green Bay, and that was kind of like the end of it. But those high school wrestlers definitely got those skills when it comes to being a defensive tackle. He's one of those blue-collar hustlers who they go through the whistle. And he gets caught in the trash a little bit. So when it comes to, like, run stop, as a defensive tackle, you have to make sacrifices, but you still need to be fighting as you're going through double teams. And he tends to get caught up when facing the trash on the run. But the burst is there. He has some burst. He just got to be able to fight through the trash and finish. Finishing as far as like blue collar fighting through the whistle time, yes, that's his thing. But as far as being able to just get through that trash, then that's a little bit of a problem. It is. All right, so let's keep rolling. Pay some bills. So Brooks says that people said the hind parts, and I said he needed to kick in the butt, I guess, and then I get banned, but he doesn't. So at any time you mention the words kick, punch, I would do a kick or something like that. Boom. Facebook has been just really rude with it. I've gotten threatened a few times just because I'm like, I wish somebody would kick you in there, or I wish somebody would throw punch you because of next thing I get like a 24-hour ban. So I understand where you're coming from. You cannot use any mention of body parts when it comes to Facebook. They just really lock things down. Elon don't care. You can talk about people's mamas, everything. He's petty on Twitter. So everybody else is being petty all over the place. In fact, anytime I have an opinion on the Couch Rider Raven about the Ravens. I get trolled. People come for my soul. I walked on a show the other night, or that was it tonight. Yeah, I came on somebody else's show, mentioned one opinion, saying, "Hey, you know what? If Lamar doesn't play, it hurts everybody." They came for me and said, "Hey, if the Ravens don't pay Lamar, then it hurts everybody." I'm like, I kind of said part of that, like, all right, look, if he don't get paid, they don't make a deal. It was just like pettiness, pure on people trying to come for my soul on little stuff. I'm like, man, go on with that. Miss me with that. Anyway, moving on. Before I move on to this next prospect, it just came to my mind. You got to jump on Twitter and go to Nitro, the Wonderkin. He has a video where he's doing multiple. It's just a compilation of smacks because he's smacking everybody in the organization, and then he screams at the end. It is the most hilarious video, dude. He's a nut, an absolute nut. Check out Nitro. Subscribe to his channel. He's funny as heck. Oh, I think somebody's trying to chime into the show right now. Brooke, you ready? You know what, everybody, once he gets here, just go ahead and get your slaps ready. Everybody slap, slap, slap. All right, Wilbur says Cam Rue isn't here because he's trying to find Lamar's contract. Well, if you know what, then I guess he found it because guess what? Cam Rue is here right now. What's good?
Brother, you a piece of work. Brooke, you better fire your boy. I'm about to fire Couch.
Why you firing me?
Because, man, you normally let me know what's going on. So if you don't let me know, I don't want to get my ducks in order, man. You be messing up the Cuddy runs, brother. Last week.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah,
So,
look,
I mean, I figured you was already prepared for this one because it was about the defensive line.
No, that's all good.
Yeah, so
married jokers like yourself, y'all be messing up the Cuddy runs because y'all selfish,
Look, man, I'll be busy. I got kids. I'm sitting here chasing people, whooping people left and right. Like, trying to get everybody in line.
I'm a single man, brother. I done turned down something last week because you talking about. I thought we was about to meet up. I was like, "Oh, you killing me."
Oh, God.
I had to
turn down.
I was like, "Nah, I'm about to do the video with my boy. I can't make it."
Look, I can fix. I've been getting DMs about you lately, so I can probably fix that problem right now.
Cooking no food.
Hey,
I'm turning down.
He's available. Yeah, he's available. Yeah, you got to fly up from Florida to Jersey. Just saying. Yeah.
Messing up the Cuddy run, brother. What's going on, man? What I miss?
Well, man. So basically, I was just talking about how crazy us Ravens fans are on Twitter. Like full on, Baltimore signs Odell Beckham, and are the Ravens satisfied?
No.
Maybe for a good half a day.
Yeah.
I give them that. Half a day is what they were satisfied at. After that, it was full on roast ABC on his birthday, talking about how he needs to be fired because we didn't trade a 5th round pick for Jeff Okudah. They was whining about getting Saquon because Saquon said he's not going to sign his franchise tender. I mean, Rich Eisen, and then he was egging the Ravens on. It wasn't really helping because he's just like, what happens if they go after Hopkins as well? And
I got to answer, but let's dial back real quick.
All right.
If mad because we ain't try to get Saquon, if that's the case, we might as well just get Bijan Robinson. I mean, that would be a cheaper answer if you want another running back other than what we have in the stable, because I guarantee he's gonna be there. For some apparent reason, running backs obviously don't get the opportunity, but him or what's my man Gibbs from Alabama?
Yeah.
One of the two are going to be there when we pick. So if that's the case, if you want to get a running back, I didn't think that was like high on the priority list.
I mean, what's the point? What's the point? And why do we fire Greg Roman?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand. Like, and then on top of that, so you saying that DK didn't show that he got it?
Hang on, man. I'm gonna go get Greg. Can we get this?
I think he showed that he got it. We got
he in here.
Running backs. Exactly, bro.
Hey,
3 running backs in the stadium.
Great. You can come back, man. You can come back.
I mean, we can draft one. I can see us drafting one because, Gus and Gus and Justin only like have a year left before they're unrestricted free agents. So he only signed Gus for a year and Gus for a year. We got a year left on this contract. So I can understand if we draft one, but I mean,
That part.
we can't even let DK start. So how are we going to just go ahead and bring in Saquon? Let's let it go. Let's let it
Yeah,
go.
that's what I'm saying. Just like they just keep going through. The next one was Diggs. So of course Diggs, Diggs ain't happy in Buffalo, but he ain't gonna be happy in Baltimore. This dude wanted to play with his brother.
Yeah,
He
he
ain't trying to come over here.
to Dallas. He want to go to Dallas. Like
Yeah.
I don't blame him for that. That's a dream come true to be able to play with your sibling in the league. Like
Yeah, I mean, look how happy that was it Landry and OBJ when they got to play in Cleveland together.
yeah,
It didn't turn out. It didn't end the way they wanted it to end, but ultimately they were so excited that two brothers could be able to play together. And I know they ain't like legit brothers, but they treat each other like they brothers.
I don't think he's gonna put OBJ in the doghouse. At least I don't even see that happening.
We getting critiqued here a lot by Brooke today.
What Brooks saying? No,
Why y'all sound so weird?
Huh?
She said, "Why y'all sound so weird?"
I don't know. You sound good. It may be me. I sound like I'm in the hallway.
I told them it's going to be a little bit of interference when it came to that.
There's some static, but I don't know what that's coming from.
Mm, that static was this. My son was jacking with my chair earlier, so anyway, when I go to lean, that's when you
No,
get
it's not that. No, it's not that.
that. Okay.
It's just some air. Like, is your mic up really loud?
No,
Turn it up from. You got a Yeti mic, right?
I had one, but I was having an internet issue, so I had to actually make a sacrifice of the mic for the mic on the actual computer now.
Oh well, maybe that's what it is for the right now. Brooke, can you hear us clearly? Are you good? It could be you. It's always you, bro.
Let me make a small small swap right here to see if I can get something else back here.
I've been crying.
Right.
You hear me?
You said you've been crying.
That's what Wilbur said. We sound like we've been crying because the Browns gonna win the North.
Oh yeah, he stayed throwing shade, man. That's his specialty, bro.
The noise is gone. The noise is gone. I don't know what you did, but it's gone.
You say what?
I said I don't know what you did, but the noise is gone.
Maybe there's the camera that actually was picking up noise or something. So let's see. I am still gonna go do this. What's that? That's the camera. Okay. So I'm gonna do this.
Because y'all dealing with a all-star, all-pro technician over here. He got it. I just said he sounds better now. Brooke, hush. It's always you. You ain't cooked yet. What you had at dinner? What you have for dinner, Brooke? Because I'm cooking right now. So what you have for dinner? Lisa, what you cook? Damn it. I'm trying to get a meal. Bro, you frozen? I can't hear you. You on mute, B. You gotta unmute yourself. You gotta unmute yourself. There you go.
What about now? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, but you sound like you did before. Like, whatever you did before, when you switched this to the other camera, it was great.
I just gotta get off. I gotta get back to my
Yeti. Check, check.
Yep, that sounds better.
All right, here we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we are back on the Yeti, and we got the connection going. I just had to take out one little piece here for y'all technicians. We just had to eliminate a piece here, eliminate a piece there. While I was away, Brooks said I sound better, so I appreciate you.
Blame me.
Lisa had something to say earlier. I'm gonna get to that, but let me go ahead and get this paid comment right quick because Chris, hey man, we appreciate you supporting the show. You know what I'm saying? My son Cameron's gonna get a whole new Pokemon collection because of you. So
Cameron, not Cam Rue, but Cameron.
Cameron, my son. I know he hasn't been on the show since he's only been on the show like maybe once since I've been back, but bedtime,
he came in and said hi one time, and he's been ghosted.
Yeah, upper management said that there will be no late night shows for Cameron, so I might have to do a Saturday show just to get Cameron on the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chris says
summer's coming. He'll be all right.
Oh yeah,
He'll be all right.
Chris White says, I have a dream team has to go. Enough is enough. JK, Gus, and Hill need to go. Wow. Get Henry or Saquon. You are really, man.
You don't like JK, Chris?
You got, I mean, hey, just the whole, you got the whole hot team here, bro. Just go ahead.
Pass that back.
Yep. There you go. I'll pass that back over to him. Here you go, Chris. All right. Says I fed it to D Hop because you were late. Oh boy. She fed the plate to D Hop. Oh, she's throwing shade there. All right, so I think when Lisa came in, let's go with her first comment here. She said her worst fear is here, Ravens purple. Here comes his drama, referring to OBJ.
He's not, see, Lisa, he's not really this. I think that's just a bad. He got a bad rep, but he really doesn't have. I don't know. He doesn't. He really doesn't have any drama. I mean, I guess Wilbur can answer better than we can as far as because he was a Cleveland Brown fan, but.
Yeah, like I said, all you gotta do is keep him away from commercial airlines. You know, we make him fly. He flies private from here on out.
No, that's just different, man. He has a problem flying. I don't know what that is, but I mean, outside of that, he's never caused any trouble off the field.
Mm-hmm.
On the field, he's never been drama as far as like in Cleveland. I think that was more Baker Mayfield. It was well at the end of the day, you saw it was Baker Mayfield. It was.
I mean, and Josh Norman's no longer around for him to do an earshot on, so you know that's solved. That's good to go. Yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure there's like a restraining order between him and any football net. You know, for any kicking net.
That's just him being the character. He being, you know, because that's the New York media is rough, bro. New York media is rough on you. So him doing that whole thing with the net, and they made fun of him because he kicked it because they lost, and then they hit him in the head, and then he just go back to propose as being.
He was having fun with it. Yeah, I can't be mad at him. I mean, you gotta look at it. There's so many worse characters out there. I mean, the Bengals had 13 players with 25 arrests in one season. And this is probably like early 2000 or later 2000s, whatever.
Look at the running back just now.
And they still got issues. They still got issues right now.
He'll still be there too.
Yeah. And he's still gonna get paid. You know, you got the Dallas Cowboys. You know, they're starting running backs. He was pushing fans.
Pushing fans. Grabbing areas.
Yeah.
Grabbing private areas.
You got coaches grabbing stuff. I mean, everything.
They doing the Trump.
All right, Chris says it's been almost half a decade. They can't do it. Can't do what?
Ooh.
Oh, you talking about the running back still?
No.
He got some hate on Gus. I don't know what it and Gus and JK.
Hold on, I need some clarity on that because this is only. Remember, all right, JK's going into his fourth season. Obviously, he lost out on the second season because of the injury to his knee, which is you can't really say it's fault of his own because it's just a bad hit. Like, you know what I mean? During the preseason, he showed like glimpses of greatness his rookie year, but he even showed me more last year, even though when they knew that's all we could do was run.
Yep.
And he was still like getting loose on Pittsburgh, on Cleveland, on Cincinnati, which is, and mind you, those are division games, division teams that know us, and he still got busy.
I just excited because I'm like, hey, looking at, when we watched him in college, this is a guy who completely destroyed Ezekiel Elliott's numbers in college. Like when he was in college doing that, and then he comes out and the Cincinnati Bengals come out talking mad trash. One of them, particularly Jermaine Pratt, and he ended up embarrassing the heck out of him on the way to this. I love his, like, he's got that Ray Rice mentality, not the elevator stuff, but like on the field, legit, like one cut, boom, and he's taking it to the house. He's a home run hitter type running back, and yet people got a problem with him just because he had that injury. He's not injury prone. No, he just had one particular injury that he had to have cleaned up after it was already operated on.
I'm happy for him. Honestly, I'm happy that he's still able to continue his career because that hit was almost as bad. No, not as bad as Nick Boyle's hit was like disgusting. You could see the knee go backwards. So no, it wasn't as bad, but it was a bad hit.
All right, so I guess they're talking about the wide receivers now. They jumped into that.
Lisa said 1 year deal, 18 million. I don't think so.
And it's 15 mil, but it can be up to 18 mil. So Brooke cleared it up based on incentives.
Yeah, on incentives. It's I mean, yeah, I think everybody forgot how amazing of a receiver this guy is. Like,
Yeah. But I think the main thing that they need to remember, is how many times have we lost out every time we walked up to the table to go get a wide receiver? Every single time we go up, they say, "Oh, Baltimore is interested in this guy," and it's always Chiefs, Ravens, and somebody else is in the mix to get this top tier wide receiver, and they pull out and go to this other team after the Ravens was dancing around it, and we're like, "Oh, we tried."
But
we tried.
On top of that, but let's think about it for a second. When's the last time a great, I'm not saying a great receiver wanted to come here at that age?
Anquan?
Steve Smith? Last one. Well, Steve was older.
Yeah. And Steve, so, I mean, Anquan was 30. Yeah.
Steve, Anquan and Anquan was 29, 30 years old. Odell is 30 years old. I mean, and this is, and to be honest with you, and it's no shot at any other quarterback that he's played with. This is going to be the best quarterback he's ever played with. He hasn't played. Eli was not that great of a quarterback.
Yeah, he was a man. He was a man. Chris smoking again. He is smoking that dodo all over the place.
Because just because you give money don't mean you get to say whatever you want to say.
He just, look, you put $20 on the screen, you say whatever you want. It can be absolutely crazy. If you want to go and get TO, you can go put that on the screen. Put 20 on that joint.
Go ahead.
Anyway, see here. Lisa says I was off by 3 million. No, Lisa, you were right. You're right. You both right.
We up to 18. He gonna get 18, yo.
Yeah, he gonna get that 18. It's just, y'all were both right. It's just the 15 plus the incentives for showing up to work.
Can we throw good things? Can we throw some prayers up and make sure both him, that not just those two, but everybody stays healthy? This is my prediction, y'all. If everybody stays healthy, I really think that we could have another season like we did in 2019. That's my prediction.
Oh, football guys.
If everybody can stay healthy, I think we and hopefully I'm saying as far as the record, but I think that we can finish, which we weren't able to finish before. I think we'll be able to finish if everybody stays healthy.
Yeah. Oh, Delicious. Wait a minute. Delicious and B Cam here. Y'all got a lot of people don't chime in. This is awesome. All right, so we got B Cam says Odell is going to extend drives, making tough third down catches. Yep. Didn't have that last year and kicked field goals.
Didn't have it at all.
Okay. And then let me go back to the Delicious comment here. So that was B Cam. Welcome, B Cam, by the way. I said people are forgetting this guy was legitimately a top 3, top 5 wide receiver at one point, and I'm ecstatic. Doesn't seem real. That's what I'm saying. We still should be on cloud 9 right now. We should be pumped up because we have not had something this exciting since Anquan Bolden. Since Quan came through, got 10 mil, and balled for us, got us to the Super Bowl, bullied the Patriots. It was a beautiful thing.
This another prediction I got. We went in the Super Bowl. This is one of.
Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it first right here. My man said this guy is coming back to take us to the dance.
It seems like every year we have drama. The year before we had drama. That following year we win the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. It just looked like it to me. It looked like this is it. I'm preparing myself for a happy dance.
In the building.
I throw it out here. What up, Jersey?
Yeah, I think it's so many y'all. We had to say what's up to it. Hey, we appreciate every last one of y'all, man.
I'll be at Jersey City Friday, Jose.
Hey, y'all going to that Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Nah, I don't know.
Y'all put me some on some dry ice and send it to Nebraska. I appreciate you.
Take you to Crown. No, you don't want to go to Crown Chicken.
All right, Brooke says if Lamar isn't back, Odell is going to be pissed. Yeah, I think I would be a little hot, because they in the club.
That's that.
Lamar's, sitting there chilling like bored, and Odell's like, "Hey man, I'm coming to the Ravens." Yeah, come on, man. It's a great place to work.
Nah, he gonna get that check, man. It ain't
Yeah.
1 year. I think he's gonna. I mean, you obviously. I mean, he helped Lamar recruited him.
Yeah.
Recruit him.
And that's the thing. I'm like, I think that's why he signed for 1 year, not just because he wants to prove himself, but also he knows that Lamar is currently on an exclusive, or
Right.
a non-exclusive tag, whatever. So, like, they got him. We got him for 1 year. We got Odell for 1 year. It's going to be tough in negotiations. They can't get anything done mid-season
Yeah.
as far as Odell and Lamar, and so I think that's why he signed that 1 year.
I think if we able to, I keep saying we, like I work for the daggone team. Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's what they waiting on. They may be waiting on that too. So
Yeah, I think that, it's got to be another contract domino that falls down to let Lamar know, like, all right, look, they ain't get guaranteed, they ain't get 100%.
yeah,
You know
but
what I
that's
mean?
the
Like,
only thing. Like it's either that or somebody tries to match the price.
yeah.
Something has to give for them to cut the check for Lamar.
I just wish they move on to Hurts contract, or I wish that Pat Mahomes would come back to the table, because then that attention will be off of Lamar,
Yeah,
and then the NFLPA can focus
I think
over there.
I think they give. I think Hurst is. I think they for what they've been saying. Hurst gonna get his check before the draft.
Yeah, and
They
that'd be pretty cool.
they looking to extend. They was looking to extend it by the 27th. That's what. What's my man's name? Howard Rosen. He
Yeah,
said he wanted his goal was to get it done by the 27th of February.
nice.
But that's passed. So there's some progress being done though. And
And I just wanted to be like, maybe around $208 million guaranteed. That way Lamar can just sit there and be like,
they fully guaranteed. They were saying about 190.
you said 190, what?
They said it's going to be at least 190, fully guaranteed.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm saying, like, yeah, do 190, guaranteed, maybe 208 for Lamar or whatever. That way he can just be like, all right, cool. If this is what the market is, and that, this whole guaranteed thing from Deshaun, that was just a mistake,
Right.
then maybe he'll come to terms. I'm not sure. I'm not in Lamar's head. I'm not sure what the contract terms are. I just want it done. I don't care to play for a pack of zebra cakes. Just get here. Let's play ball.
I'll just give him the extension so we can open some other things up.
Yes, that would be great, because right now to have that money would be fantastic to do some moves. Y'all talking about all this like greedy checklist stuff. We could go make moves if the contract if it gets done. We can't keep putting stuff on void years. That's not going to happen, right?
No, I don't see that happening. I think I think the confidence in with EDC and Hobbs is that if we can extend Lamar, we come back and extend OBJ, because remember, even before he did that 1 year, he said he wanted, wherever he goes, he wanted to have a multi-year contract, because he wants to. He's a family. He's saying he a family man now. He got a kid. He He want to get it done. Brooks still screaming D Hop.
Mm-hmm. I think Jose told her, like, hey, Brooke, no way OBJ going to go to a team blind, not know what the future of the team's outcome is, and he still wants to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now there's another side of that.
Oh.
Because of the fact that nobody was paying 15 to 18 mil. The Jets was like, no, we wanted him, but we didn't want him 15 to 18 mil. Want him. That's why he didn't get on that plane. Like, all right, cool, I'm going with the Ravens. Whether it was Huntley there or not, there was still like, hey, that's money.
They wasn't going to pay him like he a number one.
Yep.
Number one.
So Lamar may have done the recruiting, but if Lamar, let's just say, the worst case scenario happens, Lamar not here. OBJ still getting paid more than he would have got paid anywhere else.
Yeah, but the thing is, they paid him number one receiver money. I think if you can tell me somebody better on our staff that's better, then he deserves that money. I mean, we didn't.
See, Adit says, I feel like the Ravens told Odell, stay healthy, and we'll give you an extension.
I feel that way too.
Hey, I wouldn't mind. I think there was talk about midseason that they need to. I think you were talking about it, and I heard other folks talking about it on different networks, saying that the extension needs to happen midseason.
Yo, the doc said that the doctor that worked on his knee, who works for the Rams, said he wasn't healthy when he got there. Like it was botched up. He was playing. He wasn't fully healthy when he got there from the ACL. That's what I'm saying. It's botched up. And then after everything was done, the doctor that worked on him said, if you thought he looked good then when he was injured, mind you, he was injured. He was still injured playing for the Rams.
Yeah,
he balled out. Still injured. He said the doctor said himself. He said, if you think he looked good then, wait till you see him.
Wait until tonight.
I mean, he may be a year older, but his body's had time to heal. It's not like he's been putting wear and tear on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
he let his body rest. I think he's going to come back very strong. It's going to be great. Let's see what Jose says. Jose's saying that Lamar is a leader now. Or not Lamar, excuse me. OBJ is a leader now. He went from through all the things he been through to being a locker room leader. And I think he's going to be able to lead by example as far as what he's able to produce on the field and probably coach people up on their routes a bit. I guess these guys, they definitely could use the coaching.
I mean, yeah, from a player standpoint, it would be nice for somebody to be coaching them up, from a player standpoint, opposed to just opposed to just the coaches just trying to show them everything.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's that.
Is that Washington is just Keith is just he's only exclusively now he's the assistant wide receiver coach. Now the receivers are going to get everything from him, opposed to him having to go from receivers to running backs to the tight ends, working with everybody. He's working exclusively with them, which is going to be really good.
Okay, you said who was that coach now? Who's the wide receiver coach?
T.
T?
No, T's at quarterback there.
I thought he was a quarterback. Okay, so Irving on.
He was a passing specialist.
Yeah, Keith. Oh yeah, Keith Williams.
Yeah, he was working with, like, he had to work with the tight ends on routes. He had to work with the running backs working routes. He had to work with the receivers a little bit. But now he's the assistant receiver coach. That's all. He's not just working. He might still do the other stuff he was doing, but this is a better position for him because now they can get all of that work. Like all the receivers can get that type of work.
Yeah. All right, so B Cam saying, do you think LJ will force the ball to Odell with them being friends?
Nope.
So here's the thing in the past, like it's been weird. So like even when we drafted Hollywood, so during the offseason, we start hearing about Boykin. We start hearing about all these other players that are showing up. And then we go to the Dolphins game. And we didn't hear anything about Hollywood during the offseason. And during the Dolphins game, it seemed like Lamar was targeting Hollywood.
You talking about in this rookie year?
Yeah.
Hollywood's rookie year?
Second year.
No,
Hollywood he was injured, right?
We didn't play his second year. You talking about the year we blew Miami out?
Yeah.
That was Lamar's second year. That was Hollywood's rookie.
Yeah, so it was Hollywood. Okay, so that was Hollywood, but he was like targeting more of Hollywood in that game than we were actually hearing about the entire offseason of like when it came to Hollywood. So I'm thinking like, yeah, in the games you might see some favoritism towards Odell, but I think he's still going to have Andrews. So I think it's going to be spread along those lines.
I don't know if you want to really compare that because you got to remember Hollywood, that was his rookie year and he was coming off the foot injury. So he really didn't practice at all.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that's why you didn't hear much about it. But then all of a sudden game time comes around and you see the connection.
Well, that's his boy. Like, yeah. But Boykin was he starting? He wasn't really getting no burn.
What is going on in these comments? Jose saying divine intervention.
What?
He's a spiritual man. He said we won our first Super Bowl in 2000. Then we won it again in 2012. Now, like Cam Rue just said, we stay healthy, we win the Super Bowl in 2024. Okay.
Yeah, split, huh?
I like it.
I like what you do, Jose. I like how you doing that, brother. I
Yeah,
like
see what you did there. See what you did there.
yeah, I like that.
All right, see what's up with Lisa. She said OBJ is playing on his fourth team: Giants, Browns, Rams. Right? Okay,
Not a bad thing.
yeah, that's experience. He's getting around. You know, Dion had 5 teams, still went to the Hall.
Calais played the Cardinals. Then he played for Jacksonville. Then he played for us. Now he playing for the Falcons. It happens.
Yeah.
He didn't want to lead. You got to remember, Lisa. He didn't want to lead the Giants. That was the GM that they had was an idiot. That's why he's gone. He paid him, then he traded him, which was stupid. But he paid him, then he traded him, and he wanted him to do back, so he traded him to the Browns. He didn't trade him anyplace else. He wanted to trade him to the Browns. Only reason Odell was happy to go there because of his boy. That was the only reason. So
Okay.
you gotta remember that. Like he didn't want to, and he said it. He said they traded me here because he wanted me to fail. Dave Gettleman was an idiot, bro. He was their old GM was Jose. You live up here with me. You'll know that. You know it. You know it as well as I do. You live up here. You live in Jersey with me. Gettleman is an idiot, yo. He was an idiot. Their last GM was a fool.
All right, so we'll look at this comment, we'll go back into those defensive tackles. I think we spent a good bit of time on this too.
Who you talking about?
All right, so Monken runs a pro style and spread offense. Look what Monken did with Brock Bowers. That dude beast moded. He has been able to turn some look like not fortunate situations into magnificent situations. So we are thankful to have such an offensive coordinator. All right, so let's go back over here to the defensive tackle. So we went over Keanu Benton out of Wisconsin. Like I was saying, he was a 3 tech guy.
Yeah.
He had a strong Senior Bowl. He had 28 pressures, 6 sacks. He was a wrestler from high school, blue collar type hustler. He's just going to be able to go through the whistle. You know, he's one of those guys that just ain't going to give up on the play. But he gets caught in the trash sometimes. I think I mentioned that already.
Stuff. We need
This next guy, I think I liked a lot more. You know, but I just like Texas. You know, Texas is nothing but football. I mean, you ever been down to Texas? It's just if you eat, sleep, and breathe football, and these football guys, like they just bred that way. They bred. I'm not saying that they bigger and better or whatever like that. They just a whole town was shut down just to watch football.
Yeah, that's just like up north. Like it's basketball is like heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the South, football is like heaven.
That's the thing. You know, one to get you out the hood and get you out of the dumb stuff that's in the streets, or whatever. But it's just here's a Texas player, 6'2", 293 pounds. He's got 34-inch arms. Moro Jomo.
No.
Did I say it right? Jomo?
Yeah, but I know.
No.
I'm on it. It's only one defensive lineman I hope we get. But go ahead. I'll wait till you pull them up.
Okay. All right. So this one, he said he looks solid at the Shrine Bowl. I looked at the tape. I'm like, hey, he's got bully strength. Just full on take your money strength or take your lunch money strength. Plays up and down the line. 26 pressures, 5 sacks. He doesn't lose ground against the run. So I like guys when they're pushing, they don't lose that ground. He's got good vision. Some people they manage to lose running backs in the backfield, but he's able to still. He's got that good vision and watching the reads. He gets off of blocks pretty well. Good with his hands. He's got the swim swipe type of deal. He's a swiper, yes swiping, not a swiper, no swiping. He's got but because of those hands, sometimes he gets a little bit of trouble with the grabbing and pulling. And he's got 11 flags in 2021. But things happen. Just let you know if you ain't trying.
I'm listening. I just got to fix something. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you ain't getting over aggressive, whatever, and catching flags or like that, you ain't trying. You ain't really doing what you need to do. So I like the fact that he is, very good with the hands and just all over. So that's Moro Ojomo out of Texas. My next guy, I like to say that with this entire set of folks here, there's names all over the place that I can't pronounce. And that's Tuli Tuipulotu out of USC. This guy is 6'4", 290 pounds, and he had 56 pressures, 13 sacks. Pretty quick, strong hands, fights to contain it pretty well. Has a spin move on his tool belt, but it does that all that he has. That's the big question. He can fight through the trash pretty well. He's explosive. He's got some power moves. Okay, so he's got a little bit more than just the spin. And then he likes to, he kicks through and then follows through to the finish. So I think this is a pretty decent. I mean, he's got the length too. He's going to use that height against you. But of
Who's
course, with like I said, with tall guys, always you always got to wonder where the bend is.
who's this?
This is Tuli Poloti.
From USC.
Yep.
Yeah. Then they said he lost like he was 20 during the combine. The combine, right? The combine. He was 25 pounds lighter than what they had him listed at USC. They had him like 266.
So is he trying to move the defensive end full time?
I have no idea. I don't know. Only I'm gonna tell you who I like.
Who that?
I like old boy from Georgia Tech. They have them listed both as edge rushers, but they can both be a 5 technique. And you can slide them out because we need somebody that's gonna replace what Calais gives at that height. They're both 6'5" and over. I think my man from was it Van Ness from Iowa? He's still young. He's 278. He's 6'5", and he wasn't even a starter. And I think he notched 8 sacks.
Well, there's one guy, Gervin Dexter. He's 6'6".
No, the guy from Georgia Tech, I can't think of his name. He's pretty raw. He transferred from Sanford.
Got Brian Brees, Breesy, 6'5".
Is that from Georgia Tech?
Nah, it was he was Clemson.
I think they both listed as edge rushers, opposed to being listed as. If we go,
I had to look in the edge
first round.
Yeah,
I think they both. I think they have them both listed as edge rushers, but I can
let's see here. Let's pay some bills for a second, just for a little bit.
Go ahead.
They still on OBJ. Like, did y'all see OBJ arrive in Baltimore's press conferences tomorrow, 1 p.m.? I'm pretty sure that's gonna be one of the most hype press conferences. People gonna be ready, having popcorn sitting in front of YouTube. People gonna get fired because they over here at work doing it. Yeah, good times. Lisa says the NFL is a different animal than college football. I mean, we fully agree, but that's our farm for those guys is through that college beast there. And so I need to talk. I need to leak us Lamar contract info at the presser. Yeah, so they need to leak us the Lamar info, definitely. And everybody's thinking that OBJ is going to pretty much spill the beans on that. That would be pretty funny if he just walked in and was like, you know what, Lamar's staying. And I would probably take Lamar off because of the fact that it had to change his position or what he was asking for. He'd probably get a little bit more aggressive if OBJ happened to leak that something out saying, yeah, he's staying no matter what. Then he'd have to double down on where his current position was. He currently had a video on Instagram saying he can't fold, even though there were pictures of Zaiden Zaiden Beckham Jr. on the Instagram. I think he was trying to say, like, all right, look, this is impressive. I like it, but I've got to stay in my position. Anyway, so let's keep rolling. Big Red says, what we need is somebody to replace Nodafe Sloway. just hurtful. Get him, man, a chance. He just had surgery last season and was trying to come back off of that. Yeah, he worked on his legs, but at the same time, he started to show sparks towards the end of the season.
Yeah, he did start coming on towards the end of the season. He played good both Cincinnati games.
Yeah. All right, so back to the D-line. Deep is bringing up a few names. That was one I was going to get into. Was Mozzie Smith was the next one. That guy out of Michigan, of course, McDonald will be familiar with him. 6'3", 337 pounds, projected in the first round. I saw it at the back of a couple of first-round selections there. He tested well at the combine. Of course, like I said, combine is just one of those things. It can go either way. You can either make money or you can lose money at the combine, but if you stick to the tape, things will go well. 25 pressures, and then I guess he had one sack. Disrupts the pocket. Nose tackle will probably be where he plays if he, when he makes it to the league. He's got good awareness and good power.
His name is Ben. Sorry to cut you off. His name is Van Ness.
Van Ness?
Lucas Van Ness. He reminds me a lot of J.J. Watt. That's why I think he'd be great at.
Now, was he DN or was he D-line or a D-line?
His sophomore year he played D tackle. He played 3 technique, and then they slid him out. He's done both, so he can play inside. It's not like he can't. And then he played on the edge. Iowa. Actually, he's ranked. He may slide because he's young, but he's ranked number 15 as far as in the top 50. Like he's that good from Iowa, but he's like.
Yeah, I'm still looking over here trying to see if he's actually in this book somewhere.
Kenyon White is the dude I was talking about from Georgia Tech.
Oh, okay, Luca Van Ness, 6'5", 264.
Well, they said, he on the combine he weighed in at 278.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you put like 10 pounds on him, easy, and he'd be the same size as JJ Watt. JJ Watt was 285. You know what I mean?
He's projected for the second round.
They got him projected for a second.
In this book, it does.
No, my brother, they got him projected for the first. He is number 15 on the top 50.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
TFF or any FF, TFF, EFF, and all the Fs.
All right. They say he's kind of raw though, but he's got good work ethic, and I think he just needs more playing time.
Yeah, he didn't start.
Yeah.
But he still knocked down like 8 sacks. He didn't start. So he has it.
All right, I'm gonna slide down here to let's go with Delicious. Delicious says, I need to check out some more D-line and edge prospects. I agree. I think more time could be spent there for all of us. Let's see. Big Red says, matter of fact, Oweh turned vegan this season. Those linemen made him eat grass all year.
Red is bad. Red be taking shots.
That was just mean. That was, oh man. I see what you did there. I'm kind of slow. Sometimes I'm just like, and then Lisa is like, she said he's a wonderful player. Please give him a break. Tell him, Lisa. Tell him. Lisa, she'll defend our players to the T.
Reg got it. Reg be going in all the way. He don't even meet. Oh, the man.
Live in the building, y'all. Engraving in the building was good. He said, Hope Dealer, any hope for us getting D-Hop to? Here you go. You over here pushing out this stuff too.
Speaking into existence. It ain't gonna happen though.
Mm-hmm. We ain't got it, Ingray. We ain't got no way. You got some money? I ain't got no money. We gonna start a GoFundMe for some picks and for a little bit of money, some boy money. Need a genie, something along those lines. We ain't got it, bro.
Oh, Gray just came in here so he could get Brooke started. That's all he did. Get Brooke started. That's all
my gosh. Yeah, get her started up again. She gonna catch a ban or something on Facebook. Oh gosh. All right, so here we go. She says, just want them, let's take them.
This is my thing. If we do just entertain, if we do it.
I mean, Brooke, I ain't seen no donations up here at all. I'm just saying, you got some money.
Are we saying that Bateman's gone? If you do get Diop?
Who said that?
I'm asking a question. Is Bateman?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
If we get Diop, this is just hypothetically speaking. If we got Diop, then what? What's the move? What's the move with Bate? Is he still?
I think Bate's still there. I think Bate is, they make him come into camp and compete. I say they all compete.
What?
Iron sharpens iron, man.
They gonna compete?
Yeah.
What we putting them? Who's starting? I need to know who's starting in Grave. I need to know who's starting, Cal.
We starting. Let's see here.
Oh, here we go.
How do we call that? That is a difficult one, man. I say
I need to know who's starting. Are we going 3 receiver sets majority of the time?
Yeah, that's what I think.
We better.
Yeah, I think you got to go with that.
If we got them, so we better do something. The more the merrier. It ain't you saying that without it ain't your money.
Mm-hmm.
More the merrier.
He's like, just spin it. Just spin it on whatever. They was the kids in the candy store. You get to the register and, parents are sitting here trying to just check out normal, and they just saw everything sitting up front. The bubble yum. They seeing all the Skittles.
What you thinking? What I'm gonna ask Brooke too. All of y'all. What you thinking if you Bateman and they bring in D-Hop? You already got OBJ. What you thinking? Tell me what you thinking. Every one of y'all Bateman, tell me what you thinking.
So we got an 8-second delay on that. So
You ain't-
you're gonna get to hear in just a second.
8-second delay. Y'all better answer the question. If we bring in B-Hop, what you thinking, Engrave? You are B-Hop. You are all of y'all, not B-Hop. Y'all not D-Hop. I'm sorry. Y'all all Bateman. Everybody in this.
Well, Brooke ain't all bait. She putting it out there.
You just saying bye bait?
She said bye bait.
So if you're Bateman, you saying it's over for you?
I think if
your name is Bateman, what are you saying? This is business. Feelings. All right. Again, y'all see, it's easy to talk from the outside looking in. If I'm Rashard Bateman, what am I thinking? If they bring in somebody other than D Hop, what am I thinking?
D Hop her.
What?
Okay, let's see. D says, would you include Duvernay in a D Hop trade and
Yes.
draft a guy in the draft that could take his spot? Bateman would go from Bateman to Aquaman in Justice League importance if D Hop was to be acquired. I think,
Yeah.
you know what, if he did, let's just say, hypothetically, if somehow the picks and the money and the players lined up right for Nuke to come to Baltimore, well, one, I already know Bateman would be pissed and be going off on Twitter because he is that type of dude.
Y'all playing this all wrong. Everybody's scrambling around. And Grave, you scrambling around too.
What do you say?
It's Rashard Bateman. Your name is Rashard Bateman. If I'm here and I'm Rashard Bateman and they brought in OBJ, I'm like, all right, we like 1A, 1B. All right, I'm good. You bring in the D Hop. I'm thinking to myself, damn, my job is either I'm not doing my job or I'm out the door. Not because I want to be out the door, but I know I might be out the door.
But I mean, when you look when he said back on Twitter, he was offended. He was offended.
Oh,
by Eric DaCosta. Because this is back in the day. This is back a couple months ago.
Ain't gonna go that far back. I want to know right now who, if you are Bateman, everybody gonna play Bateman. If you are Bateman, how are you feeling if they brought in D Hop? I don't care about the fact they brought in OBJ because you know what? I'm a fan of OBJ.
I'm gonna work with him. 1A, 1B, we good.
But now you done brought in another number one receiver. Where do I stand? Because some Duvernay can understand he's not that number one. But Bateman has the capability of being a number one. Where do you stand? Yeah. Okay.
I think I got a ball out of wide receiver 3. However, I think, like I said, Bateman has that diva mentality. In my mind, I think he's gonna call up Eric DaCosta and say, you know what, you keep bringing this stuff in. Just go ahead and trade me, bro.
Every receiver want the ball. It's just like every shooter want the ball.
Yeah, he want the ball.
Of course, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I know you're gonna be upset, but what you thinking? I need y'all to know. I need to know what you're thinking. Like, I'm probably, if I'm Bateman, I'm probably like, hey, I guess it might be over for me. I gotta bust my butt, but it might be over for me.
And I mean, yes, it's gonna be hard to cover all three of those guys, but you gotta think about it. What's it gonna look like in that locker room? If it's, you remember when Mason was here and we had Hujmanzada, we had Bolden. Yep. It was very hard for Mason to go through that transition because he's just like, all right, man, I'm not getting the rock enough. He was very ticked off about that. And he knew that, hey, I was the guy that really put Joe Flacco on the map.
Yeah, he was a little tight. He was tight. He's still tight. He's still tight about it.
All right, so Brooks saying Engraven's on her side. So it's a split here.
Your side.
And then no D Hop for me. Bateman won't be too happy. Yeah, see, I agree with Lisa. If Nuke came to town, Bateman would be pissed. Crochet dude. Look, man, you keep bringing up Crochet. Look, man, I'm hurt. I'm trying to get over this. You keep bringing this, just bringing it right on back. It's like, all right, we're gonna put this Crochet issue right in front of his face. Look, I was chips all in last season, man. Quit trying to bring this up. Get me all emotional up in here.
I mean, I wouldn't be. Look, I'll be less pissed off if they drafted a receiver opposed to if they brought in somebody established. That's what I'm getting at with it. Like, if I'm Bateman and they draft, I don't care if you drafted the number one receiver, and you have me and you have OBJ, because he got to get to me. I'm still the number one. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he may start and he may not. But I'm still he gonna be third in line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bates definitely had the Mayflower truck ready.
Steve Andy.
He's just ready to leave.
What happened?
I said Mayflower. I was like, Bate will have the Mayflower truck ready to leave if D Hop signs. I mean, you gotta think about it. Like I said, when these wide receivers, they are full emotion. They're star power, but just as much star power they have, they got just as much crazy or emotion that goes along with it. And if they ain't pampered, they ain't taken care. If they don't feel love, they gonna ask for that. They gonna ask for that way out. Just like Hollywood. Hollywood say, "Look, I don't feel like I'm being utilized properly. I want out." He said that 2 years straight till they finally traded him. Bate gonna say the same thing, and he gonna have hurtful stuff to say on the way out of the door about the whole organization, just like every other wide receiver that's left.
It's not for me. It's not even. If I'm looking at it that way, it's not even just that. I don't know. I mean, I think if we did all right, if it did happen, I'm looking at OBJ and Hop like they kind of like the same, almost like the same type of receiver as far as like how they do things. Even though Hop's route running is nowhere near OBJ's route running, is like ridiculous. His footwork is stupid. He got it because he plays soccer. If y'all got kids, have them play soccer before they play football.
Yeah, I got one in soccer right now.
Have them box, have them do anything that's going to, any form of martial arts that's going to have their feet going, or any sport that's going to have their feet going, because that helps so much when they play football. Just to throw that out there for y'all.
All right, Brooks says, "Can we getting D Hop? Bate gonna be all right." Look, girl, she got high hopes. She's smoking on what Chris got over there. Let's see. Delicious says, "I would still go first round at wide receiver.
I wouldn't mind.
Signing OBJ.
I would go first round. I would, if we did, I wouldn't mind, and then we still sign the OBJ to a long extension, because that way that rookie can learn.
Yeah, I think the future would be secure at wide receiver if we went, like I said, JSN, if Zay Flowers is there, if Addison's there. I mean, there's 4 guys. If they were there, you got to pull the trigger on if they're on the clock.
I like Zay Flowers. So he reminds me so much of Steve Smith. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I like Zay as well. I think I'm a big fan of Zay. Hopefully he's there at 22. Baltimore need to pull that trigger.
The thing I like about Zay too is that even on, like, if you see his tape, even on run plays, he don't take off. Like, or he not getting the ball, he don't take like that play off. Like, he plays through the whistle on every play. That's what I like about him.
And we appreciate you too, Engraven, man. Look, like,
we're always chiming in, man.
Absolutely, man. And we try to pop in on your shows. You put them out like candy, man. You just be popping out, just no pride. Just, hey, let me get as many shows. And I mean, he does them great. It's awesome. We appreciate the energy that goes into those shows, the thoughts, the questions for subscribers. So shout out to Engraven.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Let me check my food, man. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. D says, if they get D-Hop, OBJ, Aguilar this offseason to join Bateman, Andrews unlikely. The whole Lamar has no options. Excuse goes away. So if he gets all the options. He gets all the players. I'm pretty sure that it's going to really turn his hand. And I don't know if Eric DeCosta is going to go that route to completely turn his hand and say, hey, look, I've got you a full-on Lamborghini sitting right here. Sign a contract. All you got to do is not, hit the curves with this thing, and we can take this deep into the playoffs, if anything. All right. Adit says, Lamar goes from the outhouse to the penthouse in a few months. Yes, he's gonna hit the bank. He's gonna rob the bank for the Ravens. If he can, I'll be honest, he just need to go ahead and get the agent. Get the agent. Like I told y'all, Drew Rosenhaus will rob in an organization. He'll rob them full on. He'll get the job done though. He gonna get it done. And Lamar needs to think about it like this. This is not just a deal. This is not just a deal for a corner or a wide receiver or something along those lines. This will be the biggest contract this far in NFL history, is what he's trying to negotiate by himself. I think if he just looks at it along those lines, hopefully he can get an agent. All right. So here we are. Says, sorry, Brooke, no D-Hop for me. We're still friends. True Soldier saying 300 mil over how many years? How many years we rocking with, on this contract? I'm willing to go ahead and talk the contract stuff. Before I was just like, you know what, I shouldn't talk it. It's another person, this, that. Yeah. Now let's talk. What do you think this man's contract is going to be? Because right now we're looking at 208 million guaranteed. At least that's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm thinking 250, and I think that's carry the one divided. I'm not a math guru. We're just gonna throw this together, but I'm looking at about 52 mil a year is what I was thinking. So 250 divided by 5. We're saying here 50 mil a year, something like that. So I was thinking 260. Sorry, 260, 5 years, 52 million with 208 guaranteed. That would be a pretty solid deal, but I know he wants more than that. Let's see. Jose saying, look further down. I have an extended part to that initial comment. We'll get back to that in a second. All right, so here we go. True Soldier says 6 years, 300 mil. So what's that looking at, man? My math, like I said, I'm from Louisiana. We don't math very well. We're talking 294 a year. 294. Sorry. My math is still like I'm way off, folks. Divided by 6, we're talking about 50 mil a year. I mean, does Baltimore want to commit to Lamar for 6 years? And then if they do, how much money are we committing guaranteed for that 6-year time frame? Does that jeopardize what is going on with all the other owners and their quarterbacks? Like I said, because honestly, it is a collusion type situation because they're trying to see this model. Like, what is this model that the Ravens are going to put out for this contract for Lamar? This is what the rest of the quarterbacks are going to base those contracts on because those guys are the next guys up. Brooks says, and if I don't get D-Hop, I'll deny everything I said about Bait. And if they don't get if don't get D-Hop, I'll deny everything I said about Bait. I don't know what. So it deny all the bad stuff you said about Bait, and you're gonna support Bait fully after that. At least that's what I'm hoping. Okay. 7 years, 300 million. Like I said, that math I gotta get the calculator out. Y'all got me over here hitting the subtract button instead of dividing, and the carrying the one. It's just math. 42. Who said 42? 7 years. I'm trying to do this again. 300 divided by 7. 14, 750. 42. No, Lamar would probably slap somebody if he gets a contract that says 42 mil because there are quarterbacks out there that they're like Kyler, getting well above that. And I don't think that's what he wants right now. All right. So we got that Common Core math. Yes, that was me doing the subtraction instead of the division button. I was like, why is that 294? Yeah, I'm tripping. Sometimes I get the soda got a little something in it. I'm not sure. They call it Coke for a reason. Let's go. Let's see. I love Bait, but she likes D-Hop more. You are really stuck on this D-Hop bandwagon. Oh my gosh, bro. All right, so look. If the Ravens were to give this dude, let's say, the Deshaun Watson treatment of 230 mil guaranteed and having a $260 million contract, do you think that would get the job done? Yes and no in the comments. Just let me know what your thoughts are, because we ultimately just want to see the deal. We want to see the deal done. We want to see the deal done, but we also want to see the Ravens not being like full on in trouble as far as guaranteed money at the back end of the deal. If Lamar decides to slide off, we're dealing with issues because of the guaranteed money we decided to pay him, and then let's say he's not available. She's still on this whole Bait business. Anyway, they'll catch up in just a second. But when it comes to contracts, folks, it's a very hard business, and it's just best to get an agent. Heck, if I need an agent just to negotiate a kitchen pass out there with the wife or whatever. He's trying to negotiate one of the biggest deals in NFL history. Get you an agent. And I've heard also different theories as well, like to where you can hire a lawyer, maybe $2,000 an hour, review the contract, and let them know what they think and say, hey, this is a good deal or this is not a good deal, and then pass it back over. Something along those lines. Do something to get it done. Because right now, this, us sitting in the dark is really tough. It's tough for us as fans because normally we're used to insiders leaking information because they've gone through and got the information from the NFLPA or from the agent themselves on how the contract situation is going. We don't have anything right now. It's kind of tough.
Salad.
They want to know what you eating, bro.
Baked potato. I got a salad. I got baked chicken. And I got sweet potato. I'm eating the salad right now. I gotta do piece by piece because I gotta keep coming back in here. I just came from martial arts class. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I gotta eat.
If y'all don't know, Cameron always eating, so y'all got to excuse him. It's just I get mine in before the show because we eat early. we eat early over here in the Lockett house, so on the Couch Rider house. Pollo Tropical is what he's saying you eating. And we almost stopped at the El Pollo Loco over there in Vegas when I was there. Yeah, Brick said you always eating.
And you still ain't cook, bro. So don't say
cook. It's like if you cook, we'll bring D out the time. She ain't cooking. All right. So Big Red says telling her not to obsess is like telling Cam not to eat on the stream. It's unstoppable. I'm telling Cam to be on time. Oh, little shot right there, bro.
I mean, the brother got to work. Come on now.
He working, man. This dude's a busy man,
Yeah, the brother, I got to pay the bills. I mean, I'm living
shady boots.
Bills, you know what I'm saying?
That is funny. All right, so we still rolling. We got, 3 more prospects to look at least on my count, and then y'all can just give us some other ones, and we'll do some research together. So we're going back to defensive tackle. I know we going back and forth because somebody will pop an OBJ question out there, and we're like, huh? Or somebody will say something about Nuke, and then we're like, huh? And then somebody says something about Lamar, and we're like, huh? And then somebody says something about Cam Eaton, and then we're like, yeah. So it's good times. So anyway, we have moved on from Mozzie Smith. We are now to another guy's name that is hard to pronounce. I told y'all through this whole show, pronouncing these defensive tackles, it's just tough. There's probably a lot of Polynesians in here, and so it's a little difficult to pronounce all the names. This guy comes out of Baylor, 6'4", 357 pounds. Siaki Ika. I don't know if it's Ika or Ika. But this is a guy who's had 13 stops in college, 0 sacks, 18 pressures, and that was in his last season. Strong pusher guy, shockingly shifty. He's got consistency issues, though. He shows up one play, disappears about 6, and then he can split double teams, though. Like I said, he shows up, but it's sporadic. It's very sporadic. He plays with a high shoulder pad level, so that could be an issue. You want to keep that shoulder pad level a little low. Hands, it need work. He needs work on the hands. Sometimes your feet are moving, but your hands need to be moving as well. And but they say he can move for a bigger guy. But you sitting here just moving around and not necessarily using those hands. Maybe you need to take a martial arts class with Cam Rue to figure out how to use them hands. Because that this guy's all about the hand work, baby. Yeah. All right. So Big Reg says, I think we should shift to more of a 4-3 defense. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we always been a hybrid type defense anyway, but I think a lot of times we are more or less with Mike McDonald's system. We more in like a 4-2-5 a lot. But he likes the edge rushers unless you feel comfortable. Majority of the time he likes them standing up in the biker stance.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to the defense by design, because of most of the teams out here, they playing with slot receivers. There's only so much you can do when it comes to your defense. You got to have that nickel sitting out there. Mm-hmm. And you decide to put that linebacker out there, and they're not Fred Warner, then you're going to have a little bit of a problem. That it kind of limits what you can do.
Well, if you think about it, if you really want, we going big nickel anyway, so that's almost like having a 4-3. If you think about it like that, Reg, because when we do go to a 4-2-5, that big nickel is more or less playing like he's the wheel linebacker.
Okay.
You know, because he's off ball when he's right there, like he's over the slot, whoever the slot is at the time. So it depends on it definitely depends on, but you know, base defense is always that's just what we do, man. We never have been a true 3-4 outside. I mean 3-4 a base, a normal base 3-4, because that's why we got the rush and the Sam linebacker.
I mean, Ojabo, I mean,
Huh?
I don't know. I think Ojabo was actually playing in the motorcycle stance. So, but I was in college,
Who?
and Reg is saying he played better with his hand in the dirt.
Java play better with his hands, right?
I don't know. I think that's. I mean, that's an opinion to have. I'm not going to say it's wrong or anything like that. I want to see him more
Jabo
play with
always-
his hand in the dirt, see what it looks like.
I never really seen a Jabo with his hand in the dirt. I've seen Owe with his hand in the dirt. That's
I mean, I saw like when he came out at the end of the season. I'd have to go back and look at that play when he got the sack.
who's talking about David. He was
I think
standing.
it was Ojabo.
He was standing up during that
He was
time.
standing up. Okay.
He was because in Michigan he had him in the biker stands majority of the time because you can take on the edge a little bit quicker because you're already standing in that base. You know what I mean? It's the edge. But I mean, I guess I would have to definitely look at the tape more to see. I think Owe. I feel like Owe come out of the 3-point stands better because it seems like he gets lower like when he's down. It seems like it's harder for somebody to get into his chest. When he's standing up, he just stands. To me, he just seems like his bike is stand, like he has to work on that because he's not coming off. Like he doesn't get low enough. But when he's like, it seems like most of his plays always come off when he's in that 3-point stance.
Yeah, I think always got good bend, and I think guys who are used to having that good bend, and if they go to the motorcycle stance, most of the time what gets exposed right here.
If you don't know how to play off that, I think that's where he needs to work. Like, and remember, like Jabo has more experience playing football than Owe does, especially playing defense. So maybe this would be. I mean, he started coming on at the end. I gotta remember. Like those last 3 games, it started. I mean, he saw flashes in other games, but last 3 games, he started flashing a lot more. Especially when, for some reason, maybe the light just came on against the last 2 Cincinnati games. Like, I was like, okay, this is the end of the season. They just playing. But in the playoffs, he showed up.
Yep.
Well, he didn't show up in the playoffs. He showed up on a run and a pass.
And that's kind of where I'm like, I want to see these guys get more reps. I love Houston. I love Justin Houston. But I would love to see these guys get full game reps. I want to see what they can do as the bookends, getting those reps, getting those they're getting mental reps and getting physical reps at the same time, so they can see what how their technique can get improved, and also getting those plays. I mean, I want to see them make big plays because they got that speed, because they got that youth.
Remember, we got to remember this too. The beginning of the season, it was really just 3 outside linebackers. They moved Malik Harrison to the outside because we didn't have any outside linebackers that were healthy. And then on top of that, once everybody started getting healthy, even Justin Houston said this about Owe. He said, Owe actually sets me up a lot of times so I can get the sack. So it all depends on the scheme. What am I asking you to do? If we stunt, am I the one that's supposed to distract whoever? So you can be a finisher. Just because you fast don't mean that you're not a finish on to get a sack. Thank you, bro. Just because
that she is with it. All right, so let's check it. So the last 2 I had was Kalijah Cansey out of Pitt.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the last was Kalijah Cansey out of Pitt, and then another person I cannot pronounce his name. Added Tommy Y. Added out of Northwestern. Not even going there. Brian Brees. Yeah, so sorry if I'm chopping names up. Then of course Jalen Carter. So
What's school?
I'm pretty.
This ain't the school, brother.
What's up?
This ain't the school, man.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I can't
What's
pronounce
school?
that. I can't.
School though. What's school?
Oh, Northwestern. Yeah. I'm at the
The brother
added Tom Weir, added whatever. This I cannot. Oh my gosh! Like, hold on, let me see. He might actually be sitting at the top. And just,
read that.
you know, they need to put the pronunciation if something in parentheses next to these players' name. That's ridiculous. It's just like, all right, bro, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But oh no, man! Another cat is Ikena Inekuchu. You know what? Look, bro, just if I'm the general manager, I'm just gonna call him up like, just say, just you know what you know who I called. Welcome to the Ravens.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Like, you know what your name is. All right, so the time has come for a mock draft. I know we're sitting here so close to the NFL draft. My son and I will be going down to Kansas City to be part of the draft, the draft experience. So if y'all want to join us down there, it's been times when we've met a few people at different drafts before. So what? Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Oh, we got a couple good questions here. So Big Red says Brees is a workhorse and skilled. He'll be a good pickup for somebody. You know, I'm fine with Brees. You know, I can pronounce Brees's name. We good.
You don't want us to pick up anybody you can't pronounce.
No, I say go for the guys who can't pronounce. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of talent. There's a reason they up that high. You know what I mean? And look, you know what? We'll go with Ikena Inekuchu or whatever out of Rice. We'll go with these guys, you know, because obviously if they made their name that far up the list, they're gonna make people pronounce the name right. You know, just like Adafe. He went from Jason, he's like, yeah, look, no, he's like, I ain't Jason. Y'all gonna call me Adafe.
As a commissioner, you'd be the worst. You'd be like,
oh, I'll be
and the number 22 pick Baltimore Ravens. I can't read his name.
Right, I'd be like,
up here. Just bring him up here. Bring him up.
22 overall pick in the NFL draft. The Baltimore Ravens select. You just announced, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say, yeah, we with him. Ingraven asked an important question here. He said, "How did y'all start streaming together?" I thought he knew.
Yeah, I thought he knew too, because we all three of us have been on here one time chopping it up, and we talked about it. I think we talked about it, but just to go back, I was following you and Grave, and I was following you, Couch, and you know how the engine streams into YouTube. So I was just really following y'all two. I wasn't following anybody else until I started following Coach Sip. And I was watching one of your videos, and then next thing you know, Engrave had you on the show. So I was all right, that's real cool. So I just back and forth, just always listening to y'all. I got the worst memory. Yeah, you do. Remember you said you was gonna give me $1 million. No. Then one day the brother went live and I called you. I was driving this is funny. I was driving a vitamin shop. Watch this. I was driving a vitamin shop. It was right before the Raiders played Baltimore 2 seasons ago. And then we was on the phone talking. Well, not on the phone. On the you allowed me to come on. I was in my car and we were just chopping it up for the whole time. Yep. And after that, you went live again, like I guess a couple weeks after that. And I was like, yo, let me jump on with you. And then we just exchanged information. I jumped on. We had a good time. And then for some reason, the man was crazy enough to text me and say, yo, you want to get on again? And I thought this one more time. I say, yo, whatever, to help out and have fun, let's do it. So then I got back on. Everybody started jumping in. They were already here before me. Lish, Brooke, Reg, everybody was already here. And we, it's just been a big ball of fun. Like couch, it's the couch. We sit on the couch chopping it up, brother.
So we just chilling, man. It's just what it is. Like it's no pressure in this whole situation. We just enjoy it. We have a good time. I think so. That was my first time actually hearing your side of the story. So I appreciate that because it definitely everybody was saying, they were saying this as soon as we started chopping up together. They were saying, hey, we were a pretty dynamic duo. It's a good fit. So I enjoy doing the show with him. You know, sometimes when I don't do the show or when I don't do the show with him, it's kind of I feel empty inside. You know, you know, I do. I'm just like, waiting for him to show. He's gonna show. You know.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
No, and then even one time, man, what really got me into it though, it was fun, and then when I guess it was late one time, and Grave, you got on here, and all three of us were talking about the secondary and what should be going on, and the funny thing is, all three of us had a different opinion on what was going on, which is beautiful because we're all Ravens fans, and you felt one way about what was going on because it was all about. Remember, we were talking about Brandon Stevens. Is he going to stay a safety or is he going to move the corner?
Yeah.
And we were just trying to figure it out. And we was able to grab Engraven for a little bit, and he was up here. All three of us was up here talking. Unfortunately, they had me in the middle like I was a daggone Oreo because I didn't like that at all. I don't like being in the middle. It just wasn't feeling good. But anyway, man. But it was a great time, man. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate both of y'all.
He's right. The Ravens haven't figured that out yet. What to do with Stevens? I think that's the enigma right now.
He got to stay at corner, bro. I think that's his best bet, man. Because if you keep moving him around,
he's not gonna be able to perfect his technique.
Yeah, what is he gonna perfect? I mean, he qualifies himself as exactly. Pause, Reg. It wasn't that. Chill, son. I didn't mean it that way.
Oh yeah, the Oreo cream in the middle. Yeah.
I was just saying, light skinned dogs and chill. No, big Reg, chill.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but I think his best bet is to stay at corner, man. I mean, whatever he probably could be a great safety, but just keep him there. Let him stay there and grow because he's not. How's he gonna get better? You know what I'm saying? He did decent at corner. I think he was better in the slot than he was on the outside, though.
He was better in the slot? Okay.
It seemed like that. It seemed like he for somebody. How tall is he? 6'3"?
Yeah. I think he might be 6'2".
That's a hard time playing big receivers.
Yeah. I think it's easier to play on the outside and go against that shifty, wide receiver on the inside,
I don't know. He did well when we played Buffalo. He shut old boy down. I can't remember his name. And he got that Fugazi freaking big personal foul for hitting Josh Allen when it was a legal hit. It wasn't a late hit or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. The jury's still out on him. So
maybe we have to get into another show on that too. So I think next coming up, which should be our mock draft, and I think maybe you'll take half the teams and I'll take the other half. And then Graven, if you want to get in on this too, we could probably use a third or even a fourth in here. We just have a good time with it and see what y'all want to come up with. Maybe we'll split up the teams prior to maybe a couple of days before the draft. A couple of days before we do our show, our mock draft. Split up those teams, and then we'll select the players based off of that and just see what's available.
You know what's funny? None of us want to pick for anybody else but the Ravens.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be like everybody gets to have that one selection for the Ravens based on what's on the clock. But we'll all end up playing as general managers for each different team until the Ravens pick.
PFF anymore, right?
Huh?
You can't do it on PFF anymore.
Oh, you can't?
Nah, you got to pay a fee. They want you to pay it monthly. I'll send you the link to the different simulation.
I'm subscribed to Pro Football Cap,
I ain't paying them. Yeah, exactly. I ain't paying them not a dime, not nothing.
Yeah. I am curious about some of the stats. If they have like a nugget here and there that they do share, but when they go to the rankings, that's when they screw everything up. They're completely thrown off.
Well. Yeah.
Right. So we are at 144?
Yeah.
An hour and 44 minutes, and Brooke has hit the clock. She hit the timer well ahead of time. So
hit the clock and left.
Yeah. So she probably just like rolled out. Hopefully she's going to go cook something for somebody.
Yeah. So I don't know what she cooked.
Is she still here? Oh, she's still here.
What about me?
Good night, Jermaine. Check your TikTok. All right.
Never mind. Don't forget about me.
The PFF is tripping.
Yeah,
This has been a fun show. It's been a great time with everybody. So check it out, folks. This is the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. Thanks for tuning in. Next time will be our mock draft. I want to say much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know, like I said, constantly y'all helping me to fall off the couch.
Oh, God.
Because of the love that y'all show us in this show. So, like I said, you haven't hit the like button, please hit that like. You know, go ahead and leave me a comment even after the show. Leave a comment in the comment section that helps the algorithm. Hit the like, helps the algorithm, and hit that subscribe and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. Let's see the comments there quick.
You said the West Coast replay time. Yeah.
Replay West Coast replay time.
Much love, y'all. Much love, again. Much love.
Absolutely, yeah. Y'all appreciate it, man. Y'all just been y'all been pouring in the love, man.
Appreciate y'all. Always a good time, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a wonderful night, brother. I gotta finish eating my food, man.
Absolutely. Y'all take care, man. 2 claps. Fade to black.
Peace.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat.